Hello my loves and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a new pick a card reading all about the next chapter in your love life. So no matter if you are single or in a relationship, whatever stage that you're at, we're going to be asking Spirit for guidance and information for your highest good at this time to let you know what you can expect moving into the next chapter of your love life. So what is just coming around the corner for you? The way that this video works is I have 4 different groups in front of me. Over here we have pile number 1 with a piece of selenite on the top of it. So if you're drawn to group number 1, this is going to reveal all about that next chapter of your love life. Group number 2, we have this gorgeous piece of Celestite on top of this pile. If you're drawn to that one, that's going to be your group. Group number 3, we have this gorgeous piece of Lapis Lazuli on top. And group number 4, we have some Howlite. So again, take a moment. You can pause the video if you would like in order to find the pile that you're the most drawn towards. And then there's going to be timestamps linked down below in the comment box as well as the description box so that you can skip right ahead to your personal prediction all about that next chapter of your life, of your love life. I'm stumbling over my words, but we're going to be finding out again that next chapter of your love life. So I'm really excited to dive into this one with you. I hope you are too. And take all the time that you need. Also, one thing that I will say, if you are interested in any crystal jewelry, I have a jewelry shop where we hand make gorgeous beaded bracelets that are made with real authentic crystals. They are absolutely amazing and have like the best energy. And we make them according to your wrist size so that they fit you perfectly. And they're also made with really high quality gold fill so that you can wear them in water and they will not tarnish. They are my favorite. I wear them every day. I have, well, obviously I have all of them. I mean, I make them. So anyway, yeah, I wear all different types all the time for their crystal healing benefits. They are my favorites and I love them. I'll have all the information linked down below if you want to check that out, as well as a special discount code just for you, my YouTube audience. Thank you so much for joining me here today. And without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right into today's video. All right, my group number 1s, if you chose this pile, this is going to reveal the next chapter of your love life. So let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, my group 1s, the next chapter of your love life. Let's see. Ooh, okay. Knight of Swords. This is when we feel like things are moving a little bit fast. Things are fast, but there's generally a feeling of like excitement there as well. But this could be like quick things all of a sudden really picking up. Maybe we enter this new chapter and all of a sudden things are happening like so quickly that we're like, whoa, oh my gosh, there's like so much newness, so much energy going into this next chapter. It can also indicate a lot of communication as well, or a lot of planning for something. Communication and planning. Let's see what else we get for you here. Ooh, all of these cards want to come out. So we also have Page of Wands. This can indicate excitement and like zest. It can indicate passion, romance, but it's sort of like a young feeling where things are just really fun. They are lighthearted, and it's usually a time full of a lot of laughter as well. Ooh, we have a lot of court cards going on. We have Knight of Swords, Page of Wands, Queen of Cups coming up. She is emotional fulfillment. And she is also when she's nurturing herself. So you might go through a time in this next chapter where you're all about nurturing yourself, having fun, and doing what feels good for you. Okay, there could be a slight energy of things feeling like they're moving really quickly in this next phase, or communication is just like on fire. It's like there's a lot of talking, there's a lot of events going on and things like that. But it seems like also you're really making time to nurture yourself, to have self-care, to put effort into you. The Queen of Cups can also be when we are really focused on like up-leveling ourselves. Maybe we want to put a lot of time and energy and effort into us so that we feel our best. But she's all about her emotions. She's about her feelings. She spends time rejuvenating, relaxing, doing a lot of self-care, practicing a lot of self-love. So it feels like you have a lot going on here, especially with all these court cards. Court cards can symbolize people in our life, but they can also symbolize aspects of ourselves or different sort of events happening as well. We do also have the card of Serenity coming up. This one is the Hermit in regular tarot, and it is reversed. So this is a time of kind of coming out of your shell a little bit, coming out of hiding, Maybe you've been internally doing a lot of like glow up type of things. Like maybe you're really focused on the fact that you want to feel your best, and maybe you've been taking some time away to make yourself feel good. And I feel like that's really paying off, but this next chapter is now you coming out and sort of being like, hey everyone, here's the new me. And the new me takes time for herself or himself and nurtures, and I focus on my needs, I focus on my wants, I focus on filling my cup. I think that you're really ready to feel fulfilled in all aspects of your life. And you're wanting like people to know that, and just coming out like, okay, here I am. Here's the new me. This seems like it's a time of really focusing a lot on yourself. I will say that. So group twos, this is the next chapter of your love life is very much focused on you. And, you know, because maybe in the previous chapters, we didn't do a lot of that, or maybe we've just been craving that a little bit. So it's very focused on you. Let's see, what else do we have here? My group ones, the next chapter of your love life. Let's see. I do see like fun and enjoyable like little events happening here and there with the Page of Wands energy. Oh, and then we also have the Lovers. Okay, group one, all of this like self-care, self-nourishment is going to make you feel so fulfilled and so much more ready to show up in a relationship feeling good. Maybe you're realizing the importance of self-care and self-fulfillment when it comes to relationships. And all of the work that you're doing right now for yourself, and all the work that you will be doing, kind of focusing on yourself, it's gonna allow you to come back out into your love life and show up so much more yourself, and you'll know exactly what you want, you need, you deserve. I feel like it's gonna raise the standards a little bit. It's gonna raise the bar in your love life. If you're already happily like in a relationship with somebody, I just see that this person is gonna be so supportive of what you're doing, because I just think that this next chapter is you're really focused on you, and you're focused on some big stuff in your life. And I feel like your partner's gonna be so supportive of that, and also very attracted to you because of all of that. If you're currently single, what I'm seeing is that all of this energy that you're putting in towards yourself is preparing you to know exactly what it is that you want in your love life, so that when you kind of come back out and you're ready to just like hop back in to your love life, things are going to go a lot differently than they did before. You're showing up as this whole fulfilled version of you, and I feel like it's going to attract different people into your life, different people than what you're used to. And these type of people are also the very fulfilled type of person, because I also think that, again, your standards are raising, and you're no longer going to be going after people who maybe, you know, don't have their life together or aren't on that same page as you are. And I just see that all of that work is going to really pay off for you. Again, if you're in a relationship, I see that your partner is going to be very supportive of something that you're doing more on a personal level. And they're just going to be like, you know what? You do it. I want you to be fulfilled. I want you to feel good. Like, it just seems like your love life is full of a lot of positivity in this next chapter, especially because of that nurture that you are giving to yourself around this time. So let's see what else we get. My group ones, all about this next chapter of your love life. Let's see. What else is going on here? We also have children coming up for you. Ooh. Children might be a discussion in your love life. Maybe some of you, you're already married, already have kids, something along the lines of this. If so, I feel like your partner is going to help be really supportive for you to also focus on you a little bit and give you time for you. If you're single and all of that, maybe some of you are single parents, and this is coming up because it's like, you know what, it's time to balance out you plus the needs of others and the other people in your family. If you don't have kids at all and you're fully single, this next chapter, you might be starting to think about what it is that you want in your future. You might start thinking like, maybe I do really want that. Maybe I am finally ready for that. Because as you kind of focus on you, get to that place of success and fulfillment within yourself, that might be a time where you really start feeling like, I think I'm kind of ready for that. So yes, this next chapter, children are part of that. Let's see what else we get. We also have this could be the one. Okay, so if you're single, one thing that I'm going to say is that you're going to meet somebody that you're very excited about, who's going to be different than your regular type. And it's going to be somebody that you're like, wait, I could actually see myself marrying this person. So if you're single, I see that happening. If you're already in a relationship, I feel like you're already feeling like, you know what? This is my person. The way that they support me, the way that they show up, all of that. I feel like you're going to truly feel that energy from them. But yeah, also, if you're single, I really see that this next person coming into your life, maybe not the next person, but it's the next person that you're actually like, wow, that's like, this is a person that's on my wavelength. They're on my same vibe, and they have that same, they're at the same place in life as you. When you meet that person, that I feel like you're going to fall really deeply for this person. So let's go ahead and see what else we get. My group ones. Let's see. We also have compassion coming up. This next chapter for you is really full of like patience with yourself and letting go of self-criticism, letting go of feeling like the pressure that maybe your love life used to give you. It's kind of like you don't sacrifice your peace and serenity anymore the way that you might have in the past. You're ready for a balanced relationship. You are just so ready for that, and you don't tolerate like imbalances anymore in relationships. We also have the nature card. This is getting back in touch with what you really want. What is the natural way for you to approach your love life? And I feel like you're also ready for a more natural type of love. Something that is, why am I hearing the word traditional? Not necessarily traditional, because I do feel like you have your own like unique qualities that kind of make you different. But at the same time, it's kind of like you're coming to this place of being ready to like set roots. Okay. Oh, there's a lot of cards that fell out there. So we also have the Get Wild card. Letting your wild nature come out. The wild nature that says, I want to kind of do what I want. I also feel like you're wanting to settle roots. Yes. So there is a sense of stability. At the same time, there's a sense of living a life that you want, getting wild, being able to speak about what it is that you want. At the same time, setting roots. It's like you're allowing that beautiful balance of roots, of nature, of growth, along with, let me get a little bit wild sometimes if I want to. Like wild in the sense of not uncontrollable, but in the sense of like, let me express my natural desires, my natural feelings. Let me find somebody or get comfortable with my person enough to allow them to see that real side of me, to allow me to be myself. And that's really coming through really strong here. Is like your inner kind of eccentric, more wildish, wildling side of you wants to be liberated a little bit and wants to be nurtured for you to just feel more you. We also have the card of Spy coming out for you. Okay, there might be somebody from the past who either you're still curious about and still keep looking at, but I don't necessarily feel that much for you. I feel like you're pretty moved on from other people. When it comes to people from your past, though, they might be very curious about you. And they might be very like, oh, how's this person changing? Did they change their mind on things? They're doing things differently. They're letting out a new side of them. So there could be people from your past that creep up on that. And it's best to kind of like let go of the drama. That's a message that I'm hearing. Like let go The drama's not needed, right? Forgiveness. Oh, forgiveness and spy. You might have somebody that really wants your forgiveness, or they may really want to express or get forgiveness from you in some way, shape, or form. I feel like it's somebody who wants forgiveness from you, and they're still kind of like attached. They've never had the closure. They've never gotten that forgiveness. Maybe somebody really wants that from your past. For some reason, that's coming through. So that might pop up in this next chapter for you. I feel like this is a very minor thing compared to like the big picture happening here, but there might be like someone or something from your past that is wanting forgiveness and wanting closure. But again, I feel like it's a very minor aspect to this, but I also feel like you're forgiving your past. I also see you forgiving yourself for different attachments that you used to have. And then hope, coming back to a place of just, you know, focusing on what it is that you want, how to move forward. Sometimes the best way to move forward is to forgive, and then that allows us to just release old energy. So that could be an aspect or a thing that is going to come up for you in this next chapter in order to move forward, in order to close things out, in order to release. Forgive. There's something forgiving with social media, forgiving with online, forgiving with phone stuff. Like there's something here, but you'll know how that applies to your life. But then there's this hope, coming back to peace and moving forward. So that is what we have here. Let's see if we can get any last information on your love life for this next chapter. So my group ones, I definitely see this glow up as well. Ooh, I'm seeing a glow up where you might choose to like unfollow a bunch of people from your past that you're just like, I don't need to be tied to that anymore. I can let that go. I just really see this courage to do that so that you can have this fresh start, and allowing for that. That's another thing that I'm seeing right there. Let's see. What else do we get though? My group ones, this next chapter. We also have the card. Oof, this one just keeps falling around. We also have the card of trust. Oh, I just placed that upside down. What am I doing? It was just flying all over the place. But yeah, so trust. This next chapter, reclaiming trust in your future, your love life, what it is that you deserve. This is also about reclaiming your power, by the way, especially divine feminine power, which all of us, no matter if you're a man or a woman, everyone has divine feminine, divine masculine energy within them. We all have a mix of it. But this is about reclaiming your divine feminine nature, which the divine feminine knows her worth and sits back and doesn't chase. She just knows her worth, reclaims that power, doesn't succumb to lower actions or lower words or anything like that. She's just in a respectful place. And I feel like this is you trusting yourself to reclaim your power, reclaim your ability to be like, you know what? I do want to cut ties with my past, and I do want to move forward, and I don't feel guilty about that. So there's this energy of letting go of guilt for something and trusting that, you know what, you deserve happiness. You don't need to be tied to anything anymore. You can just totally move forward, let the wild you out a little bit, do that self-nurture, follow your own path a bit. You deserve that. You deserve that balance in your life. And I just see a very supportive partner along this way, especially if you already have a partner. And then if not, I'm seeing you attracting and calling in that partner who's on that same wavelength as you, calling in that romantic partnership that absolutely understands you, has that compassion, the patience, the same values, desires, the same or similar path in life that you can build upon together. So that is what is coming through there. I'm going to get one last card from this deck for you. So let's see. One last card. We have the soulmate card, but this one wanted to come out too. So we also have honeymoon and soulmate. A marriage is definitely in your future with your soulmate, with your person, finding your absolute person. Maybe you're already with that person, and this is just confirming like, yeah, that's it. You already have your rock. If you're single, you're absolutely finding your person. I'm also seeing travel with your person. So either when you meet them or again, if you're already with them, I'm seeing like a really fun vacation or something to look forward to. I feel like it has to deal with travel or going somewhere or having some sort of like beautiful experience that really like ignites your spark together and having more time together. And I feel like this is happening specifically after you've fully like found that inner fulfillment and you're just really speaking what it is that you want, reclaiming your power, reclaiming who you really are. You know, especially if you already have children, maybe you've kind of lost yourself a little bit in raising a family, and this is your time to just focus on you again, build yourself back up. And I feel like it's going to just really reignite the spark here and create a lot of like beautiful romance in your future. So that is what we have here, my group number ones. Thank you so much for joining me here for today's video. I'm sending you all so much love, and until next time, bye. All right, my group number twos, if you chose this pile, this is going to be your reading all about that next chapter of your love life. So let's go ahead and see what is right around the corner for you. All right, my group twos, let's see what we get for you in this next chapter of your love life. So we have the moon being reversed. We have 8 of Wands upright. We have Ace of Wands upright. This next chapter, okay, right now in your love life, there could be some unknowns. There could be something going on within your love life where maybe we are curious about what somebody's feeling. Maybe we're stepping into something right now that there's just a lot of questions in the air or some unknowns that we really want to figure out. Maybe we're curious about something, but it can definitely indicate that things are a little bit like unknown. We're stepping into the unknown and we want to know more. It's like more is waiting to be revealed. And what I can tell you is that in this next chapter, there's going to be a lot that's going to get revealed to you. I am almost feeling like there might even be someone who has a lot of emotions and feelings that they want to express to you. You might also be having a lot of just questions about this next chapter, just because there just seems to be a lot of mystery around your love life right now. But 8 of Wands. This is when things really start moving forward. This is when communication and clarity come through. So it's beautiful that we have this one right after our moon card, because around this next corner for you, in this next chapter, you're gonna get so much clarity. This is usually when we get communication coming through, or when somebody like spontaneously just expresses all their different emotions and feelings, or sends us a message, or we just gain a lot of insight and clarity on this next chapter. So whatever it is that you are curious about right now, whatever it is that you're navigating, you're about to get so much clarity around that. And Ace of Wands is when something new sprouts. So this next chapter, you might be sprouting something new. This could indicate, like, if you're single, this could be the beginning of a new relationship. Maybe somebody expressing their feelings, and then all of a sudden it's like sprouting a relationship. It's like, okay, well, let's date. Let's go steady. This can also indicate a surprise being planned. So if you're already in a relationship, all of these things can indicate a surprise proposal, somebody surprising you with something else. Like there's some kind of surprise energy here. And then there's something new that's being planted and grown. So very exciting things happening in this next chapter of your love life, my group twos. Definite excitement, moving forward type of energy. 8 of Wands can also indicate travel. So within this next chapter, there could be an opportunity to travel or to go somewhere, or to at least make plans for some kind of travel. But I'm definitely seeing like a sprouting of a commitment, or a sprouting of a plan in your love life. So let's see what else we have. We have Knight of Pentacles. This is a card of commitment. My group twos, if you're single, you're not going to be single much longer. I'm going to tell you that right now. You are getting into a committed relationship, absolutely, in this next chapter, and it is going to catch you a little bit by surprise. And I feel like there's just gonna be a lot of attraction and a lot of excitement between you and this person. If you're already in a relationship, I think your person is gonna surprise you with something. They're like planning something that you don't know about right now, like planning a proposal, planning something else, planning a surprise trip. But there's, yeah, lots of commitment. I also think that, you know, if you're in a relationship, somebody's going to deeply express more of their feelings to you beyond what you've heard before. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of just like surprising, really good moments happening. Yeah, this Knight of Pentacles is also so beautiful because it indicates commitment. It also indicates like being detail oriented. I know that this man is holding up a flag, but for some reason this flag looks like a champagne bottle to me. I don't know why, but I feel like it's Spirit's way of saying that there's something to celebrate in this next chapter. And it's also saying that this person really wants to celebrate with you. Sometimes the Knight of Pentacles can also indicate an actual person. So this could be talking about the person that's coming into your life or your person that you have right now. And this would most likely be a earth sign person, which is Taurus or Virgo or Capricorn. However, even if they are not one of those zodiac signs could also be indicating yours, but if not, this would indicate the personality of this type of person. They are reliable, they are honest, they are truthful, they are honorable, they will always want to do the right thing. And I just see that this person they want to make it work. They are so committed. This is like long-term energy. This person's in it for the long haul. They are here to put in the work. They are here to even be with you on your bad days. They just see the whole future with you. And they are so dedicated. And I feel like they really want you to know that. So you might hear from them in this next chapter. Like they might spill a lot of emotions to you by being like, you know what? I'm in this. And I want you to like, you know, trust me, because like they really just want you to see where they're at. And I just feel like they're going to be expressing a lot to you. Oh, and then as if we needed more confirmation, my group twos, we also have the Two of Cups coming through. Okay. Two of Cups is one of the love cards in tarot, and it's the partnership card. The Lovers is also a partnership card, but the Two of Cups is like, you know, also very similar in a lot of ways. So what I'm seeing here for you is an absolute togetherness, a commitment, a celebration together, an exciting new chapter being opened up in your love life with you and somebody that you have a deep connection with. So you might already be in a relationship with this person. Or again, if you're single, this is a new relationship, but I see this relationship really lasting. I see this being a long-term relationship. I'm seeing a lot of flow of emotions. I'm seeing that you two are on the same page. This card indicates two people being on the same wavelength with the same interests, the same values, the same emotions. They're going into it with the same intentions. They both want the same things. Like they're writing their story together, and they're very much just on the same page as each other. So this next chapter of your love life, my group twos, my goodness, this is very exciting. So let's go ahead and see what else we get for you, my group twos, all about this next chapter. So, wow, lots of really exciting energy and emotion that I'm feeling in this one. I feel like you have somebody that they really want like something solid with you. Like this person has such good intentions is what I feel from the energy of this reading. We also have the playfulness card. This one came up for the last group too. Wow, I have goosebumps looking at it. You and this person have so much fun together. Like this is best friend type of energy, as well as being so deeply in love type of energy. But I feel like there's a lot of laughter. This next chapter is about a lot of laughter. There's a lot of trust. And the time that playfulness can really come out in a relationship is when there's a lot of trust there. And I'm seeing that just really being the foundation of this relationship. And I see a really like special times coming up where there are going to be really significant memories in your love life. I see you making memories that you're going to cherish for a very long time. This next chapter is full of really special moments that are going to be like, you know, if somebody ever asks you about your relationship, these are going to be the moments that you kind of talk about and highlight. And they're very special to you and this person. I see you going on really fun dates, doing things that are just really exciting between both of you. We also have let go of control issues. I think that this is a type of relationship you're going to feel so safe in, or you do feel so safe in, that you don't feel like you need to control the other person, and this person doesn't feel like they need to control you. Like, there's a lot of freedom between you and the energy of this person. It's playful, it's easygoing. We don't like try to control the other person because we also trust them and we see that they have our same values. And when we see that and we connect with somebody on that level, it's like the freedom is there, right? And it's not saying like freedom is you know, there's no boundaries at all. Like, I see you two having boundaries, but you're just on such a same page that it just, yeah, it allows for that freedom and that trust because you're both on that same wavelength. So let's see what else we get here for you. What else is happening in this next chapter of my Group 2's love life? Let's see what else is happening in my Group 2's love life. Let's see. We also have patience. It's interesting that we have a lot of fast-moving energy with the Eight of Wands, but we do also have patience. One thing I'll say is this next chapter might feel like a whirlwind to you, and it might feel like it's moving very fast. But at the same time, with this Knight of Pentacles energy, there is like a balance to this. Like, it might feel like a whirlwind at times in this next chapter, but there's such trust, there's such dedication there that it also isn't moving too fast, if that makes sense. Like, it's moving fast, but it's also not moving too fast. There's like that balance there. It's kind of like going at the pace that just feels right. And also with patience, I feel like part of you is going to want to slow down time. There's going to be special moments between you and this person where you're kind of like, wait, that went by so fast, I want to relive it. And you might be in your brain like trying to just relive certain memories and being like, wow, I wish that lasted so much longer. I wish I could stretch the time of that. That's going to be something that I feel like you're going to be thinking when you reflect on this next chapter. We also have the card of true love. The heart is singing. There could be a special song. There's a special song that you two are going to be singing together. And it's going to connect you both. And it's almost like a secret kind of like little language that you two have where you might be singing it just at random times. The notes are really sticking out to me. There's definitely going to be a special song that you two have. And then of course, true love. Like, this is something that's very trusting, and it's something that can be built upon even more. So let's see what else we get for you. My Group 2 is all about this next chapter. We also we have playfulness and play. If you needed to know that you're going to have fun in this next chapter of your love life, well, here you go. I think that there's going to be a lot of leisure time, time off, time for maybe a vacation. I am so seeing like travel or some sort of fun thing that you're really looking forward to. And remember to enjoy it in the moment. There's that reminder here to enjoy it in the moment, because it's gonna go by like so fast, because usually when you're having fun, things just kind of fly by. And yeah, there's gonna be a lot of fun and connection in this next chapter. Wow. And it all starts from this place right now of feeling like you're in the unknown a little bit. But we also have time for withdrawal, so time away, time together, time. This next chapter, I also see you having a balance between your alone time and your time with this person. However, I also see both of you having like alone time together, where it's not just like out and about, but it's like this time to just be with each other. We don't necessarily have to do anything, but we just be with each other. There's like a balance between those things. And I feel like those are going to be some of your most precious times too, is those moments of just being together. We also have the Creator. I love when this card comes up. It's kind of like the Magician, when we are really stepping into that manifestation seat, and a lot of things start manifesting in our life very fast. There could be things that you've been wishing for and wanting within your love life, and those are like spontaneously happening. If you think about the Creator card, it almost looks just like the Ace of Wands. It's the sprouting of something new. I think that you're going to be planting a new seed in this next chapter. and you're watching it grow. You are literally creating something together in this next chapter. Creating a future together, creating a future plan, sprouting a seed for something, and yeah, it's like you're working your way towards it. And there's a lot of dedication and commitment in this vision together of what you're working towards. Maybe you're working towards buying a home. Maybe you're working towards starting a family. Maybe you're working towards like a certain lifestyle that you want to have together. But you are sitting in the creator's seat, and you are creating plans together that are really like starting to come together, and it's going to be really fun to watch those plans blossom and grow. So let's see, any last information for my group 2s, all on this next chapter of your love life. Let's see, any last information for my group 2s. We have the 3rd house. There's going to be a lot of great communication between you two. Again, I'm seeing a lot of laughter, and I'm also seeing a lot of expression about what it is that you two both think. Like, what do you think about me? Or how do you feel about me? Or what do you think about our future? What do you want for our future? There's so much like conversation around that, and I feel like it's going to be a very exciting conversation. There could also be a lot of like text message back and forth. Like if you two aren't together every single day, I'm seeing just a lot of like communication holding you both very strong. If you two are together every day, are seeing each other every day, I just feel like there's really healthy conversation between you both. Trine is the strongest shape in the world, and also the strongest aspect in astrology, and the fact that we have this one coming up. There is such a strength in this relationship. This is a long lasting, like this is your forever person. If you are single right now, your next person, the person that maybe you're communicating with right now and you're like, ooh, where's it gonna go? This is your long-term person. This is it. This is absolutely it. And again, if you're in a relationship, you probably already know, you probably already feel this. This is your person. This is literally it for you. So this is just so great. Like my group 2s, you just like blew this out of the water. It's just so fun. It's playful. It almost brings out your childish nature of just feeling so free, just laughing about things. This person is your rock, where like, if you feel stressed out about something, this person's like, no, I got you. They bring you back to like the breath and feeling at ease and feeling like, okay, I got this. Like you really empower each other. I feel like you both offer that to each other. So there's a very positive energy here, very much on the same page, very similar like personalities that I'm seeing. Let's go ahead and get one last card for this reading for you. So group 2s, the last card, we have the 2nd house, which is related to Taurus and Venus energy. This is about your material world. So within this next chapter, I also wouldn't be surprised if there's gifts being exchanged between you both, or an investment. The 2nd house can talk about an investment of time or money or energy. So I feel like there's an investment on all of those planes between you and this person. I'm also seeing that like there's a lot of excitement around having each other. This excitement like, oh my God, that's mine. Like, I'm so excited about you. It's like excited to wake up next to that person every day. But it is also a house of investment. So I wouldn't be surprised if you're saving up for something with this person, or if they're saving up for a surprise for you or something along the lines of this. But definitely lots of surprises, lots of commitment between you both. Let me see if I see anything else in here before saying goodbye and closing out this reading. So lots of great mutual energy between you both, very strong energy. The 2nd and 3rd house together, I feel like this is communicating a lot of commitment. Like anytime this person speaks, it's like you can hear in their voice what it is that they're feeling, which is so beautiful. And Venus is the planet of love, beauty, and money. So I feel like it's like harmonious on all those aspects of your life going into this next chapter. So, ooh, I just heard that maybe you two are gonna really commit to each other to the point where it's like you enhance your assets, because once we are like together or a bond, it's like we both have what each other has. So maybe this person's gonna be like, yeah, keep a toothbrush at my place. Or maybe you, again, move in together and then you have double of your stuff because now you live together. So that kind of stuff. There's definitely like a sharing of assets, the growth of assets in this next chapter of your life as well. So that is what we have here, my group number 2s. Thank you so much for joining me here. That is all about the next chapter of your love life. Very exciting stuff. I'm so excited for you. And for this next chapter, I'm sending you all so much love. And until next time, bye. All right, my group number 3s, if you chose this pile, this is going to reveal the next chapter of your love life. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Okay, my group 3s, the next chapter, we have 9 of Wands being reversed as your first card. When this one comes up reversed, it can indicate that we are at the moment a little bit scared to fully open up our heart and wear our heart on our sleeve and trust. It can indicate that we've had certain disappointments in our past and we're kind of guarded. We have our guard up and we're just not in that trusting space at the moment. So there could have been something going on recently within your recent past, within your love life, where it's caused you to sort of close up a little bit or to kind of stay a little bit reserved and guarded. So let's get some more information on what this next chapter is going to bring for you. So we do also have the 6 of Cups, the 4 of Swords, and then the Knight of Pentacles being reversed. 6 of Cups, when it is upright, can indicate that we are reminiscing on the past, and maybe we're also kind of wanting to change the past. Maybe there's something that has happened very recently that you're kind of thinking like, oh, I wish that would have went differently. Or maybe you're even reminiscing on the past thinking like, oh, that was so beautiful, if only I could go back to that moment or relive that time. That can kind of come up within these. So maybe there's something that you're like really wanting to change. Maybe you're hung up on something, or yeah, there's something dealing with the past here. 4 of Swords is when we are stuck in contemplation. Wow. So there's definitely something here that Spirit is coming through saying that we have to move on. No matter how much we contemplate and think about the past, we're never going to change it. And also, everything that unfolds is meant to be. If there's something that's meant for you, it will always be. And you could never ruin it if it's meant for you. There's no way that you could ruin it, because you just being you and making any decision that you make and doing whatever it is that you do, you could never ruin something that is truly meant for you. If you could ruin it, that means it's not meant for you. It wasn't meant to last in your life anyway. So there's just that huge piece of advice coming through from Spirit right now, that they really just want you to know that whatever it is that's happened in the past, whatever it is that you feel like you cannot change, that's okay. Make peace with that. That is absolutely okay, because anything that's meant for you always will be. And you could never ruin it in any way, shape, or form. Okay? Knight of Pentacles being reversed. Again, we have that card that's indicating that it's been hard for you to move forward, okay? Your next chapter, though, is about you overcoming this. Your next chapter is letting go, making peace with it, and being able to move forward, because wouldn't that be beautiful to be able to move forward and manifest the thing that is truly meant for you? Because you are meant for happiness and love and peace and joy and all of that. So nothing that you could have ever done, could ever ruin something that's meant for you. I just really want you to know that. I feel like that's your biggest message right now from Spirit, and they just really want you to know that going into this next chapter. And if you want to move on and if you want to create beauty and love and amazing experiences in your life, it's going to require moving forward and not staying stuck in contemplation. Sometimes contemplation is great. It can help us grieve. It can help us heal. So I do feel like you're in this healing stage, which is amazing and it's beautiful. And I see that coming out of that, it's going to offer more beauty in your life, and it's going to open up new doors for you. But the 9 of Wands, when he's reversed, he's definitely more in that protection mode rather than in the exploration mode, okay? 2 of Swords being reversed. So in this next chapter, you're going to take off that blindfold and be able to fully just open up and see things for what they are, to accept things for what they are. Maybe you've been hiding, you haven't been wanting to accept a certain truth. Because when this card is reversed, sometimes, especially with the 4 of Swords as well, we can be trying to deny something And it's almost like we're trying to stay frozen in time. Like, let me just stay where things are good. Let me just stay where, but there might be something that we kind of have to either accept, or there could be something that we have to be honest with ourselves about, or at least get back to a place where we're trusting in our future and realizing that anything that's meant to be will be. And it will have to be for you, right? And so if something didn't work out, it wasn't meant to last in your life anyway. If something's not working out, it's not meant to be. So we have to move on. We have to learn how to move on, how to trust ourselves, how to trust the universe. Maybe it's because there's this underlying thing of like, you might not trust yourself. You might not trust in your path. So that's probably why certain things like this are transpiring for you. This is all to kind of build you up to start trusting yourself, to start believing in yourself. And that's going to make more harmony within your love life. When you trust yourself, you believe yourself, and you also choose to see things as they are and choose to trust other people when they tell you something, and when they tell you something through their words and through their actions. We have to take both into account, right? Because people communicate things on multiple levels. So we have to be honest with what is actually coming across from the relationships in our life, what's coming across from us, and that'll help us navigate and see truth. The Four of Cups being reversed, there is something completely new coming out of the blue for you in this next chapter. This is the best position for this card to come up in. When it is upright, it indicates that we are still sulking over what's not working out. We're not moving forward. And then there's this person, kind of like, this is supposed to be the universe or God in the background, that's coming and offering you a new opportunity or a new thing, a fresh start, a new idea, a new approach, all these different things. It could be a new person, the right person for you. Or if you're already in a relationship, this could be like the solution or whatever. But when we're too busy sulking and staying stuck, we don't see that the universe is here being like, hey, I got this for you, like, surprise, but when it's reversed, it's finally when we look over our shoulder and we begin to move on, and we're like, you know what, let me go down a new road. Let me leave this behind. But it does require leaving this behind. Whatever it is that you're upset about, whatever it is that has not changed, we have to move on, right? So we have to move forward. So there's an energy here of moving forward, letting stuff go from the past that we haven't been able to change. And let's see what else we get for you in this next chapter of your love life. Let's see. So we also have Judgment coming up. Okay. This is a time of making a new decision. There's a calling. You're being called to step up, to move in a new direction, which is, I think, going to be so beautiful for you. I think it's going to open up entirely new doors. Maybe we're scared of rejection. That's coming through here, being scared of rejection and almost wanting to like prove ourselves or protect ourselves from rejection. So we're staying stuck. We're staying stuck on something. But there comes a time where we have to just move forward. We have to open up. We have to open up about our feelings, do all of that. And then that's going to be what sets us free. That's going to be what heals us. So let's see what else we get here for you. Actually, I want to take out these cards next. Let's go into these ones. My group threes, what else do we have for you? What else does Spirit want to say about your love life in this next chapter? So I absolutely see so much healing and moving on for you. And okay, we also have chemistry and romantic feelings coming up. If you want to bring the spark alive in your life, if you're single right now, I'm seeing that this healing is going to allow you to fully open up again. The healing that you're doing within this next chapter is going to allow you to fully open up, to have chemistry, to create romantic feelings, to create that spark. As you heal, as you move forward, as you go in this new direction, as you let go of the past, you let go of past hurts, you begin to trust yourself, trust the universe, trust the universal guidance, right? That's going to bring you back to manifesting exactly this. If you're already in a relationship and maybe there's things that we need to communicate about in order to heal, in order to overcome, but maybe we're scared of judgment, maybe we're scared of rejection, so maybe we've been hiding, keeping our feelings sort of shut down, maybe we haven't been communicating about what it is that we actually think and feel. If so, the way that you bring the spark back alive in your relationship, the way that you move on from this, is unfreezing yourself, allowing yourself to open up, and moving forward with compassion. Because the Four of Cups, like, it's almost like someone's over here extending out an arm, but we've been maybe ignoring it because we've been so focused on our negative feelings that we've been like, nope, and we're just like shutting somebody out. Okay? We need to come back. We need to be vulnerable. Judgment is a card of we need to be vulnerable. Because the only way to achieve something is we have to wear our heart on our sleeve. We have to. And it's okay if we get judged for our feelings. Like, that's just part of life sometimes. It's okay if we get rejected. It's okay if, people don't understand us. The purpose of communicating is to help people understand us. And yes, there might be misunderstandings at times. We might have to explain things more in depth. We might have to go deep in our emotions. We might actually have to be truthful and honest rather than staying in protection. Because when we stay in protection, like, this is shown in movies so much, especially in those romance movies where somebody's like staying in protection and they're not actually saying, that they love the person. And then that person just interprets it as, oh, they don't love me, so I guess it's time to move on, and then they kind of separate. And as the audience member, you can see that both of these people want to be together. They want to have that forgiveness, but nobody's being open and honest, right? Or sometimes somebody's like stuck on something from their past, and maybe they're single right now and they're so stuck on something from their past, and the audience member, again, in these films can see like, oh my God, but like, we see the love of your life that the movie has shown over here, but you're too stuck on your past to like move on and be open to it. No. Again, as the audience member, we always see this. As the external person, we always see this. So like, I feel like Spirit is trying to let you know right now that the key to your next chapter being full of this chemistry, the romance, is through your ability to unfreeze yourself, to start moving forward, to have compassion, to be open, to be vulnerable, to wear your heart on your sleeve again, to trust again, and to trust that the best thing for you is to open up, to get unfrozen. So let's see what else we have for you. My group 3 is all about this next chapter of your love life. I absolutely see your love life just reigniting as you open up, as you de-thaw. And then look at, we have the Death. Oh, I love that this card came up for you. This is a perfect card for you. So the Death card is a transformation. It's also when the caterpillar goes into a cocoon but then hatches from the cocoon and becomes the butterfly. So this is you. Like, you might be in the cocoon stage right now where you're in protection mode and in transformation mode, really deeply thinking about a lot of things. The Death card is when we are able to shed that old skin that's been keeping us stuck, that we've outgrown. Death is when we make a huge change, a huge transformation. We also it's kind of an ego death too, because sometimes our ego is what is scared of being open and being vulnerable, because it fears rejection. Because to the ego, rejection feels like death. And so the ego is scared of that. It's scared to accept that. It's scared to even confront that, because what if that's the case? Then the ego has to die, it has to go through a mini death. But that's okay, because that's what frees you, right? So rather than staying frozen, let's become free. Let's not be scared of the ego death that we might have to face. Let's not be scared of the communication that we might have to deal with, the transformation that might have to come, because the transformation, like, you're talking about staying here versus coming here, right? Like, of course we want to be in chemistry and romance. Like, that's just the best place. So this next chapter is all about letting go and having that inner transformation to really open up and to heal, which is going to be the best thing for you. But I think Spirit is coming through with a lot of advice right now, because like, this is your next chapter, but I feel like this next chapter, it's up to you when it unfolds, right? How long do you want to stay frozen for? So Spirit keeps reiterating this question to you, because this next chapter can start tomorrow, it can start today, it can start a month from now, it can start 6 months from now, it can start a year from now, it can start 5 years from now. How long do you want to stay frozen for? How long do you want to stay stuck for? Like, that's the question that Spirit's asking, because this next chapter is going to be beautiful and you're going to be so happy that you took that leap into this next chapter. You're going to be so glad that you did that, but it's up to you when you do it. So Spirit keeps posing these questions right now for you, because I think it's like, they're like, it's in the palm of your hands, but I'll tell you what's in the next chapter, but it's up to you if you want to hop on over to that chapter. So connect to heart. Connect to your heart. This is loyalty. This is when we respect ourselves and we also respect another person because we choose to understand them. And, you know, just because we understand somebody doesn't mean that what they're doing is right, doesn't mean that what we're doing is right, but we can still understand, right? And the dogs talk about understanding. And they also talk about connecting to your heart, speaking from a place of compassion. And yeah, honoring your heart as well. Honoring your wants, needs, and desires. Dare to dream. Dare to let yourself dream, my love. Because I think what awaits you is so much better than what you think your future might hold. Like, maybe you're looking at your future thinking that it might hold a lot of pain, or it might hold a lot of rejection or judgment or other things that your ego might fear. But on the other side of the storm, on the other side of the darkness, is always the most luscious, greenest, most beautiful place you've ever been. Like, dare to dream, because what's on the other side of this is like so much better. And Spirit is just saying like whatever it is that you're fearing right now, the other side of that is just so beautiful. And oh yeah, I see that you like connecting to heart. Look at these two, they're like on the same wavelength. They understand each other. They're so loyal, so committed, so like perfect. Dare to dream, because what awaits you is so much bigger than you could have ever fathomed before. So, very exciting. Let's dive into another set of cards. All right, my group threes. What else do we have for the next chapter of your love life? Healing. Look at that. That's the perfect card to come up for you. The healing card. I'll focus in on that so you can see it better. There we go. Healing. So emotional healing. Mending your heart. Becoming full and whole again. No longer staying in the pain. There's another card that's like flipped over here. Fear. You have to overcome the fear. You might fear the healing. You might fear that you will never heal, but you absolutely will. Oh my gosh, you absolutely will. This is going to be absolutely okay. I feel like you're almost going to be looking back on this one day, like after your healing, and you're almost going to look back on this being like, wow, it was so silly that I ever feared that. It was so silly that I ever was so scared about confronting that and overcoming that. Let's see, any other messages? We also have family. Ooh, this might heal things within your family. There might be certain ties with your family that this is correlated with, that this will also be healing. Like, as you heal these other fears, find forgiveness, find ease, and all of that, it's almost like it's healing things generationally, or yeah, if you've had any family qualms, like this is healing that as well. So that is pretty wild. Oh my goodness. Let's try to get one last card here. Let's go back into this deck. Maybe one or two last cards for the next chapter of your love life. So we also have Paradox. I think that you're going to realize, like, it's going to be so funny for you looking back and being like, wow, that was so much better than I thought. Who would have guessed that pain, facing pain equals pleasure? Sometimes we try to avoid pain, thinking that avoiding pain is going to bring us pleasure, but it kind of doesn't. If there's pain that we have to eventually face, like, we're just going to have to face it, right? It's always going to be waiting on the other side of the curtain. Sometimes we just have to face it, overcome it, get to the other side. And then we have the Magician. You have all the power within you to create something so beautiful. And this next chapter, I feel like you're going to feel like all the power's in your hands. You're going to, like, this is how you achieve the power. You have to face the fear. You have to face that, overcome that, heal that. And then all of a sudden you're just like, oh, wait. Oh, I have all the power back. All my power's back in my hands and I don't feel stuck anymore. And I feel amazing. I feel open. I feel like I can achieve anything. I apologize for those beeps. They're doing construction outside today. But yeah, you all of a sudden have all the power. You're the magician of your life and you're like, whoa, I'm back in the creator's seat rather than feeling like I am stuck by my life. Right? So that is what we have here at my group number 3s. Thank you so much for joining me here today for this video. I'm sending you so much love, and until next time, bye. All right, my group number 4 is the beautiful Howlite group. Let's go ahead and dive right into your reading all about the next chapter of your love life. Okay, my group 4s, let's see. We had 2 follow cards already. We have Knight of Wands being reversed, Ace of Cups upright. Interesting. A lot of Knight of Wands energy in pretty much every group so far. Knight of Wands, when he is reversed, can indicate times when we either feel frustrated or we're trying to rush something, or it can indicate even when we are like, there's just a lot of heated energy. There's a lot of kind of all over the place. It's spontaneous, it's fast, it's rushing. Then Ace of Cups can indicate emotional fulfillment, the sprouting of something new that pops up in your life that you're like, ooh, that has the potential to be something really great. So Ace of Cups usually is the sprouting of a new relationship or of love or of something deeper, or it can indicate forgiveness. So if you're already in a relationship and things tend to be a little bit frustrating, Ace of Cups is sort of like a fresh start of like new waters, new energy, new life coming in. But if you're single and maybe you're frustrated about something right now, this can indicate kind of like something new coming in that we're like, oh, that's refreshing. Like the word refreshing is coming up when I'm looking at Ace of Cups right now. So let's see how this is going to transpire into your next chapter. But I feel like Knight of Wands right now, this is indicating you at the moment and a little bit of your energy. And the Ace of Cups is sort of indicating that in this next chapter, there's going to be something a little bit refreshing, like refreshing news, or going on a date with somebody who's unlike anybody else that we've met before. And it's refreshing. It's refreshing for us. We also do have 7 of Swords. We have 10 of Swords. We have the Emperor coming up. Okay. You are at a place where you have been in difficult times in your love life before, where you felt like you had to tiptoe around things, or you felt very defeated at times, where maybe you couldn't trust certain people, or you've had a lot of disappointment in your previous experiences. And you are ready for something refreshing. You're ready for something that's new, that's going to be different. The Emperor coming up is a very strong energy. It's when we pick back up the pieces and we become stronger than ever. Oh my goodness. Okay, wait a second. I wouldn't be surprised, Group 4, if some of you recently went through a breakup or recently felt like you got stabbed in the back by somebody, or somebody maybe mistreated you or lied to you or something like this. Okay, the story's building. What I can tell you is that this next chapter, it is going to set you on fire to become your best self, truly. Like, I don't think you've ever been this strong before. The way that you're getting your life together and the person that you're becoming is like so amazing. And I feel like all of these things kind of needed to happen in order to kind of get you to this point. And a lot of people after their breakups, you know, all of a sudden they're like, I'm gonna get super fit, super healthy. I'm gonna get my life together. I'm gonna become super successful. And then that person's gonna regret ever leaving me. You know, some of us kind of get into that space, which can actually be a good thing because it really helps us, you know, focus on something and we're focused more on improving ourselves, which is great. And I feel like you're going through a time of really improving yourself. You're going to be very focused on putting all the effort into yourself, which I think is going to be beautiful. I see you having a self-transformation because of what you've gone through. And even if you didn't go through a recent breakup or recent disappointment, I do feel like at least something within your past has really caused you to make some kind of internal self-transformation that you are going to be really proud of, to the point where you look in the mirror and you're like, damn, who's that? Like, I would be excited to be with a person like that. You know, I feel like you're going to be looking at yourself with that image, you know, and that looking at yourself in that way where you're really proud and you're like, ooh, I'd be excited to be in a relationship with me, right? Like, that's the sort of energy that I'm feeling there, that you're kind of giving out. We also have Seven of Wands and then the World being reversed as the other two cards that just flipped out. So you're getting on top of things, and you are, I see you really healing from old emotions. And I also see you, I see you getting to a point where you're getting yourself together so much to the point where people from your past might actually try to come back and get into your life again. And you might be like, no, I don't even want you anymore. And you're almost going to look at the people from your past like, how did I ever date you? I don't even understand, because I just feel like you're getting to such a different level. Not that like anyone's better than anyone else per se, like nobody, we're all equal. However, I do feel like you are getting to a point where it's like your standards are raising, what you desire is changing on such a deep level that, you know, you're really going to be looking at your past in that way of like, I've really risen above that. And I feel like, yeah, you're not even going to be attracted to the same type of people anymore. I also feel like there's going to be a lot of people, again, from your past, even friendships from your past, that are all of a sudden wanting to come back in your life. Whereas maybe they used to kind of take you for granted. Maybe they used to kind of walk all over you, take advantage of you, and they didn't treat you quite right. And I think it's like the type of person you were before was, it's not who you are becoming. Who you're becoming is just so strong, so respectable, so in their power that, yeah, like I just see so much success coming for you. The World being reversed here is like you're wrapping up this old chapter of your life. And I feel like you're ready to totally embody something new. It's like you're ready to embody a new you, a new identity, a new persona. It's like maybe over here you felt a little bit weak, and maybe it was easy for people to step over your boundaries. Whereas over here, oh my gosh, nobody steps over your boundaries because you lay those boundaries down, not in like a mean way, but more of just in a powerful, assertive, like, this is me, I'm in my power, this is who I am, either meet me up here or don't be in my life, right? So it's just a very powerful energy that I'm seeing coming out for you in this next chapter. And I also see you cutting ties with people who were negative to you and really starting to let them go. And I just see you up leveling so big. I'm really excited for this glow up for you. I can say that this is like a true glow up in this next chapter. And then I also think that like who you're willing to give your time and energy to is going to be so wildly different than who you would ever consider in the past. Because I think you're seeing your worth, and you're building up so much more of your self-worth, and then worth waiting for. So in this next chapter, I feel like you're so ready to take time and have patience and not rush. Because over here with the Knight of Wands, it was sort of this rushing energy of like, let's dive in right now. Let's have things rush to the finish line. Whereas I feel like over here, you're much more patient. And yeah, it's like you're not just gonna be with anybody or let anybody take your time or your energy away. Let's see, what else do we have? My group fours. The next chapter of your love life. Let's see. So we also have let your friends help you. I feel like your friends are going to be, I feel like for one, like you have let certain friends go, but you're now surrounded by people who really get you. People who are truly loving, real friends. And those friends I feel like are going to be by your side a lot. And they're friends that, you know, they are that true kind of friendship. I do think that your friends might try to set you up with people as well, by the way, is what I'm getting in this card. Your friends might come and be like, oh, I have somebody that you should meet, or You might also meet people through your friends and through different like gatherings, events, get-togethers, and things like that. You actually might be meeting some people and going out on some dates there. Codependency is also coming up, and I feel like this is what you are letting go of. I think in your previous time, you were almost codependent in your relationships, which caused them to sort of turn a little bit chaotic and fiery at times and caused you to feel like backstabbed or let down or felt like you had to tiptoe around certain people. Whereas I feel like now you're no longer that. It's like you're no longer wanting to be a people pleaser. You just want to be in your power and have somebody that's also in their power to where you can be a power couple together. And that's like a beautiful new energy that I feel like you're exuding in this next chapter. Let's see. Yeah, I keep hearing a lot of people from your past are going to try to come back, but I feel like you're just so done with that. Whereas in this phase, you were not done with that and you would have been so excited to have them come back. But in this next phase, you're like, no, no, not at all. Because you're going to change so much in this next chapter. Like you might have already changed a lot already while you're listening to this, but you're going to change so much more. And yeah. So next card, we also have the card of trust. I think your biggest thing moving forward is like, I need to trust this person. And I think the biggest reason why you're never going to go back to the people in your past is you don't actually have trust with them. There is not trust there. They have let you down so many times. They have done things that have really hurt you to the point that that trust is gone. And I feel like that's particularly the reason why you're not going back to them, because I think you're up-leveling your self-respect, your self-worth so much that you would never give your time away to somebody that you don't trust anymore. And I think that that's going to be one of your biggest things that you look for in future relationships is like, it has to have trust. And yeah, we also have the card of gifts. I think that the next person that you're going to be with, like the next serious relationship that you have, there's going to be a lot of like compliments, and this person's going to be like showing you in multiple ways how appreciated you are and admiring your gifts, admiring what you have to offer. It's like they see what you have to offer. The next person's not going to take that for granted, and I think that you also see what you have to offer. You're like, look at all the things that I have that I show up to a relationship with, and I feel like you're gaining more things under your belt over the next little while. We also do have the card of spy. I'm getting a couple different messages from this. For one, previous people from your past, they are very curious about you. The changes that you're making, I feel like there's people from your past that constantly creep and try to find out what you're doing, ask about you, things like that, to try to get information, because they're like, what? They're now doing this? They're now doing that? What? And it's just like, I think it's surprising for them. It's shocking to them. So there's people that kind of creep, they talk about it, and, you know, because they can't believe like what a big transformation that you're doing. Also, another aspect of this, in this next chapter, I feel like you are also letting go of the need to look at other people's social media that you were once tied to. I feel like you are relieving that itch to do that, and you are realizing that it's not really good for you. It's not good for your health, your mental health, your emotional health. It's just not good, right? And I feel like you are becoming aware of how you need to maybe block people or cut people away. And I think that's going to be one of the healthiest things for you in this next chapter, is to become aware of that and no longer do that if you have been doing that. So let's see what else we have. My group 4s, the next chapter of your love life. Let's see. What else does Spirit have to say? We have the wildling coming out. Wow. I wouldn't be surprised if you do things out of the norm that really shocks people. And I feel like this is why a lot of people are like looking at what you're doing, kind of asking about you, very curious about you. You're letting your wild side out, whereas before, maybe in these old relationships, you didn't even feel like you could do that. You felt maybe stuck or controlled by the other person. and you didn't feel like you could fully be you. And I think that's why people are going to be so shocked at how you change. Not necessarily that you are becoming a different person. It's like you're really actually stepping into who you truly are that's been repressed. Okay, you're stepping into who you really are and stepping into more of your power than you ever even realized, because you are going to the depth and allowing your true self to like come out and really working on that self-improvement. And that self-improvement only gets you closer to the core of who you really are. And that wildling is coming out where it's like you might make some radical decisions, but these radical decisions I feel like are very good for you. I'm feeling like they're very good, positive, radical decisions of like, I'm changing my life. I'm no longer going to stay addicted to video games, and I'm going to start going to the gym, and I'm no longer going to do this, I'm going to do that. It's like you're really just, you're getting in touch with like the most inspiring version of yourself. The void here is there might be times where you have felt like empty, but I feel like the biggest way in which you are curing that is through this focus on you and this self-improvement and becoming that highest, greatest, and best version of yourself. Like, I feel like that's going to be your motivating factor, and I feel like it's going to be very healthy and good for you. So we also have movement. For one, I see this being you being more active, which is going to be very healthy for you. You're going to get glowing skin from it. You're going to be really proud of yourself. I feel like you're going to like get really excited to look in the mirror and see yourself. But also with movement, I see that in this next chapter, all the things that are transpiring within your love life might actually be a big conduit to you deciding that you're going to make a big move in your life. A big movement such as moving jobs, moving careers, moving to a new city, moving to a new state, moving to a new country, moving somewhere. There's a lot of movement happening in your life, and I feel like there's been something that you've been wanting to do for so long, and now you're finally going to feel like so free to do it, where you're cutting ties. You're like, you know what, I quit my job and I'm moving to go do this, or I just quit this and I'm going to do this, and I'm selling my home and I'm going over here. Like, there's a huge shift. Connect to heart. I feel like you're connecting to your true heart, and I feel like you're now connecting to loyal people who are loyal, honorable, have integrity, have trust. This is what you're connecting to now, and I feel like you're never going to settle for anything lower than that, which is going to be beautiful for you, and it's going to be the healthiest thing. So let's see, any last cards for my group 4s all about this next chapter of your love life. I do see you. Okay, Spirit's talking about something that's a little bit further in your future here. It's kind of like the next chapter of your life. Spirit wants to talk about the next chapter for you. Just a little bit of hint about what's to come, okay? Which is very exciting. So there's our last card. You are going to connect to somebody who is so much like you, but they're like the true you. They're like your other half. The same interests, the same values. You're going to meet this person in the next chapter, okay? So this could be a little bit further out in your future, maybe like a year, 2 years, a little bit further out, okay? But you will be meeting somebody who's so like you, and you are going to connect to this person so deeply. What I can tell you is that you have such the same core interests, and there's so much trust and freedom in the relationship between you two. And it's a relationship unlike anything you've ever experienced before. It's unlike anything you've ever experienced before. I had to repeat that for emphasis. It is so beautiful. It's going to be your forever person. That's your next chapter. So if you just need a confirmation that yes, you're going to meet like the one, yes, you are. Absolutely. And they're going to be very, very like you, okay? We also have Uranus. Unexpected shifts are going to be coming up. You're going to be making a lot of unexpected shifts where you're just like, whoa, who am I? Look what I'm doing. But I think you're so proud of yourself. And then we have the wounded healer, Chiron. Chiron is the exact story of what you're going through right now. I can't even believe that card came up for you. I'm like shocked right now. This is the perfect story of you. The wounded healer. Wounded, but healing. Chiron is the story of like the one who, yes, got wounded, goes on a healing journey, but along that journey awakens their inner power and then becomes so powerful that they're like unstoppable. And they do this crazy transformation that's all of a sudden like, whoa, what? Like, it's almost like the warrior who gets like hurt in battle, but then comes out like stronger than ever and all of a sudden realizes their superpowers and all of a sudden is like unstoppable after that. Like that's your story that's kind of like coming through right now, and I wouldn't be surprised if you realize your strengths and become insanely successful across multiple aspects of your life. I'm hearing that your career is also going to become successful because of this. Not necessarily because of this, but because of the empowerment and the new mindset that you're achieving because of this. Uranus is all that change, transformation. This is you're turning from the caterpillar into the butterfly. You are transforming yourself on such a huge level, and I feel like you're doing like a physical transformation for yourself, mental, emotional transformation. You're going to become so much more healthy and just so much more in alignment with who you really are, and it's going to be so inspiring for a lot of people to see. And I'm inspired just giving this reading for you. So I'm very excited for what's to come. My group number 4s, that is all about this next chapter in your love life. And we dove into a little bit of that next chapter. I do think it'll be a little bit of a ways away, but it's just the perfect amount of time. Spirit wants to say, you're gonna meet this person in the perfect amount of time to where you are truly actually fully healed. And you're going to be very ready for this when this person comes around, and you will be that perfect you. You'll have already settled into your growth, your healing, your power, and all of that. And you're going to meet somebody who's just so equally on that same vibe, and that's going to be your person. And you're going to be very happy with all of how this pivoted you and all how this helped you really awaken who you really are, and you're realizing that you don't want to change for anybody anymore. You don't want to put on an act for anybody anymore. You just want to be your true self, and you're cutting off all these old habits where maybe you used to undermine your wants and needs for other people. And I just see you stepping into like, you know what, I want to be me, and I want to find somebody who loves me for me and is also on my same wavelength, and I love them for them. It's kind of realizing that, and that's exactly what you're going to be getting over here in the next chapter. So thank you again so much for joining me here. My group number 4s. This is all about that next chapter of your love life and the next chapter for you. So I'm sending you so much love and all the happiness on navigating through all of this next chapter. It looks like there's beautiful things transpiring for you right now, and I'm very excited for all that this is going to be leading to. And I'll see you next time in a future video. Bye.